Welcome to another Drive-In Double Feature. I'm Ryan,
I'm Nathan.
and this is the podcast where we talk about two movies a week every Tuesday and Thursday. But before I get into anything at all, Nathan, we have a Patreon over at patreon.com/Drive-In Double Feature Podcast. Nathan, I like to go to libraries because it's always nice and quiet, and it's just I don't like any noise, but all of a sudden this person just got on the table and just like screamed
Oh,
at the top of their lungs. It
what?
was just like, it's like, you guys need to see the new drive-in double feature Patreon. It's got all kinds of fun games, fun
Mhm.
conversations, two friends just hanging out. You should subscribe. It's only $5 a month. And everyone's just like, what's he talking about? And but one person did say like, I think I wish Nathan and Ryan will know how much we appreciate them. And I said, I think they'll know.
Oh, we know, and I think I say you should do that more often.
Get in on the table and just start shouting.
Yeah, in the library. I think,
Yeah,
yeah,
okay.
just get it out to more people.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But yeah, like I said, it's only $5 a month. Doesn't affect any regular content. But today we are talking about The Shout, directed by Jerzy Skolimowski.
You tried your best. I don't know.
That's it. It's a Polish name. That's all I'm going to say. I'm very sorry if I mispronounced it, which I most likely did.
Mhm.
But anyway, this is a movie where it's about a very strange man is basically like stalking or harassing this like one young British couple played by John Hurt and Susannah York,
Mhm.
and he just shows up to their house one. Well, he just John Hurt just like leaves church because he plays organ at a church, and he's just like the guy played by Alan Bates, or Crossley, as they
Mhm.
call him,
Oh, like a
and
record player.
basically told him like, hey, like you must really enjoy that sermon. Let's have a very long conversation about it. And John Hurt's like, no, I'm good, and just completely ignores him. But then he just follows John Hurt home and just invites himself to lunch with him and his wife, and just like, yeah, I'm here to have lunch.
Yeah, it's
And
so what an odd concept. It's like this guy imposes himself on these people and they're just too nice to say no. That's like they're John Hurt's just like, well, I guess he's having lunch with us. I guess I mean, of course there's more to it as we watch the movie, but yeah, you got like the whole movie just this weird guy. But it's oddly framed too, because it's not just about this, because it actually opens up on a mental hospital, and there's a bunch of dead bodies there. Um, and they're playing a game of cricket, which I there's cricket's come up a lot in like some great movies. What's some of your favorite cricket flicks?
my favorite cricket flicks would probably be the Cricket Boys, where it's just like two friends, like they end up competing on two different rival cricket teams when they go to the major league crickets. And
Oh.
it's like this duality of like, it's my friend, and like I want to see them be successful, but
Mm-hmm.
also I care about my own success. And they
Mm-hmm.
kind of realize what's really important, and that's just having a good time playing cricket.
Yeah, yeah, no. Well, mine is Bug's Life. Yeah.
Huh?
Uh-huh. You never seen a Bug's Life?
Those are grasshoppers.
Oh, they are. Is there no crickets in Bug's Life? Not even in the
Well,
background?
you could have
I
said Pinocchio.
no.
You could have said James and the Giant Peach. Like, he's a cricket. Like when he does his little like dee dee, like the little dignified cricket guy.
No, no. I think A Bug's Life. I'm sorry, Ryan. What are these movies you're naming? I don't. Well,
All movies that have crickets.
but the new Pinocchio is the good one. So I hope
Oh,
that's the one you're referring to.
who even voices that guy? Isn't it like
It's oh, what's his name?
Joseph Gordon-Levitt?
Yeah, JGL. Yeah. But yeah, so there's a big cricket game, and all of the crazy people are out there, but they're also getting like they have like people actually coming in to help out. And one of them is Tim Curry. Very young Tim Curry shows up to help with the scoring, and that's when he's put in a booth to score the game with Crossley. Which cricket seems like such. I know nothing, absolutely nothing about cricket, but all I can get out of this was that is that cricket is very complicated and that scoring is very weird, that you need a definite two people to actually just score the game.
Yeah. Also, did you realize that one of the other cricket players was Jim Broadbent?
Yeah, I did
Oscar winner
instantly.
Jim Broadbent, and his big claim to fame in this movie is he falls into a pile of shit and he's just
Yeah.
like spreading it on him.
Yeah, he gets some shit on his hands. Yeah,
Yeah.
no, I knew instantly. Jim Broadbent was like one of those people that like you just know, like you just see him and you're like, oh yeah, okay, cool. Very, very small role. Like it's so inconsequential to the movie, except he gets pissed when someone like breaks the rules at one point.
Yeah, well, I mean, like at one point, the game kind of devolves, and they all kind of like get agitated and start having fits,
Yeah.
type of
Well,
thing.
let's be honest though, the whole cricket section of the movie is uh I won't say pointless, but I don't think serves the movie very well.
It's a very odd movie. I'm going to say that right
Oh
now.
yeah, very on.
I, I was lost a lot of times about
Yeah.
what was going on and what the attention was. Because like I was trying to figure, so like the way that they frame it is that Crossley is like telling Tim Curry this story of
Hmm.
oh, like I interacted with I did this thing, this terrible thing, um and he's just kind of relaying the story and going back to what I originally said before when Crossley's having lunch with
Hmm.
John Hurt and Susannah York, um, he kind of goes into like this long like story of like how he used to be live with Aboriginals and he, he was used to be married to one and she ended up dying and basically like he was being taught I guess witchcraft is the word or magic or
I don't know, man.
something. Um,
Something to do with a rock, a magical rock.
yeah. And there's just other like really odd things too. Like John Hurt, like his main job is he's an organ player for a church,
Hmm.
but like he does other stuff. He has like a recording studio where he's just like making weird noises. Like he'll just
Yeah,
get like he like traps a fly into a cup and then like sticks a microphone in there. So he's just like,
yeah, I wish we got more of that actually, because or like what he was, because I get he was making like experimental music because he was told that he was, or it was said in the movie he made music. Um, I would have liked to see how it all came together because all I got was like, oh, he's collecting weird sounds. One time it was he at one point he like lights a cigarette and he flicks that
yeah,
on the mic. I thought that was a cool sound, but otherwise it was he was just like in the mic going
or-
like making dumb
yeah,
noises.
or just like getting like marbles and like moving them around on a tray and then dumping water on them so that way they slosh differently and
Yeah,
um
it's like a Foley artist, except he was doing Foley work.
well so that's what I thought he was doing like when I first saw this like I was like oh
Hmm.
is there are they doing Foley work like kind of like how they did in Blowout
Yeah, yeah.
and and but no it's just he's just doing weird noises because there's no movie playing because usually Foley artists like actually see the movie so that way they can match the timing of the sounds but
Hmm.
um yeah we never really got a payoff with that. It's just like there would just be like these couple minute scenes of just him, like you said, going, "Oh," like, just
Yeah, it's like really bizarre stuff, and it doesn't help. I hate to say this because I love John Hurt. I don't think his performance is anything special in this movie. It's very flat. I mean, because like if there's one thing I can, because I didn't like this movie, I really didn't. But if I can give it one thing, I think Crosley does at least play like this weird character well. Like he's very uncomfortable to be around, but like John Hurt doesn't really, he didn't give me anything.
No, I totally agree with everything you said.
Hmm.
I was not really a fan of this movie at all.
Yeah.
I It's just very oddly paced, and
Hmm.
I, so the big like hook of this movie is that Crossley tells him about this thing called the death shout, where
Hmm.
it's just like these Aboriginals are able to um, conjure up this sound that kills like anybody that hears it, and it just dies instantly. Now, Nathan, I this is a very quiet movie for a majority of it, like because it's just it's like very just like very soft talking and
Hmm.
very British and very elegant. And I was wearing headphones when I watched this movie, and he takes John Hurt out to the beach because he's just like, I'm gonna show it to you. And
Hmm.
all of a sudden it's just him just going like just taking a big deep breath, and just
Hmm.
the loudest thing I've ever heard in a movie before. Like
Uh-huh.
I was just like, oh, I got to take my headphones. I was like, holy shit! Like,
It's trying to bust your eardrums.
yeah,
I didn't know, I didn't deal with that, but I did notice how loud it was because I mean I was watching on my computer and my computer speakers on, and yeah, I noticed how much louder the movie got, and that happened consistently. I feel like where there would be moments where the movie was just really loud. I mean, it's called
yeah.
The Shout, so you know what? I would want
Yeah.
it to bust my eardrums.
I couldn't lower that volume fast enough.
Yeah, I bet that's like the worst feeling. Oh my
Yeah,
God. Um,
it's just funny. Just like it's just him going like ah.
yeah, and it's long too of him
Yeah.
screaming. Oh my God. Yeah,
Um,
and like there's so many interesting things they could have done in this movie, but I was surprised just how boring this movie is. I think it's a thriller that has there's something there to make it a thriller, but it's missing any thrills. Like it's just missing any suspense really. Um because the whole thing is he does that scream and he kind of takes over John Hurt's territory almost. Like it's I don't know if like the story is supposed to be like almost like we took the land from Aborigines and now they're taking their land back even though it's a white man. I'm gonna guess that's kind of what's going on here. But he takes his wife and now his wife is swooning over Crossley, like sucking his fingers at the dinner table, stuff like that. And I guess I wish this was a little more like thrilling because it's not.
it's just like that. I mean, I'll give it that. Like the scene with the shout and everything, like that was like actually like a real. I mean, as loud as it was, and I complained about it,
Hmm.
it was actually like a really. I thought it was really compelling scene. Like I was just like,
Yeah.
oh, like okay, like he's because John Hurt just like kind of just drops, and then
Mhm.
all these animals in the area are dropping. This like one guy like died too while hearing it, but I didn't understand why it didn't kill John Hurt either. So I don't,
I no.
like, but all those other people died. Um, but yeah, Susanna York becomes infatuated with Crossley, and just eventually they end up sleeping together. And uh,
There's the one scene where Crosby's like, "Me and your wife are going to sleep together, so we need you to vacate," which is like
yeah,
just really funny.
and John Hurt's just becoming super paranoid, and just
Uh-huh.
um, it it kind of just like it's just I really wanted it to be a lot more exciting because it's just filmed in a
Mhm.
very dull way,
Yeah.
and it's just not a very emotional performances from anybody really.
No, even Susanna York is like giving a very just like kind of dry performance. Like, uh, I just yeah, nobody's really doing anything too compelling, and it's not shot interesting. And I noticed that from the start. I was kind of like, oh wow, this movie's shot very dryly. I mean, it's also, I guess, a part of the time. Actually, no. So I thought this was earlier in the 70s. This is 78. That's actually really surprising to me. It feels more like more in line with like a 60s thriller horror flick, in my opinion.
Well, Nathan, this movie was nominated for a Palme d'Or, so what do you know?
It was good. It was really good. I loved it. It was perfect. I was on the edge of my seat the whole time. Um,
Hmm.
I don't know. Maybe at the time it was convincing. I could. It's hard to even talk about because I just couldn't get into it. Because I mean, it wraps around. They go back to the mental institution and they just make it like it starts raining and everybody starts flipping out. And so Crossley's like, "I'm gonna scream. I'm gonna do the shout."
Well, so here's an interesting question
Okay.
because I think what the movie is trying to go for is did all these events take place in Crosley's head? Like, did he just make all this stuff up, is
Mm.
that or is this stuff that actually happened?
And that's why
Because
he ended up here.
right. So he's at the mental institution, which Susannah York also works at. She's a nurse there.
Hmm.
So that's why I was kind of I mean, to be perfectly honest, like I had to read up like an interpretation because I was just like, what did I just watch? Like type of thing. And a lot of it seems to be, he like Susanna York was like a nurse that he was like infatuated in. He may have seen John Hurt at one point, like picking her up from
Hmm.
work or something like that. And he kind of just built this whole fantasy into his
Yeah.
head. And because if you notice, like he does do like the shout later in the movie to like these police officers and it drops them dead.
Yeah.
Um, but we don't really get a resolution, like because John Hurt finds like the little special magic rock and breaks it, and that kind of stops Crossley.
Yeah.
And
He loses his powers and he's like in the robe in the like in a robe in the hallway, like, give me my rock. There's someone's trying to kill me. And Susanna York is also like fumbling through the hallway. So yeah,
yeah,
it does have at least like that ending, but you're right, we do not get a resolution to all of that.
no, well, because at the end of the movie, like you said, they're on the little what is it called, like the cricket shack or something, or
It beats me, the cricket
yeah,
building.
it's this little house on wheels that
Hmm.
Tim Curry and Crossley are just sitting in, and all of a sudden, like you said, like some orderlies come in and try to get him to like, it's like you got to get back inside, and he's just like, no, don't do it. I'm gonna scream. I'm gonna shout you to death, and just so. But you notice so that scene takes place in reality. He does shout in that scene,
Hmm.
but it's a regular shout.
Yeah.
It's not anything like we've heard like the other two previous times. So,
Hmm.
and now mind you, the little shack gets struck by lightning and it ends up killing everybody in that shack.
Yeah.
Um, so Crossley is one of the dead bodies at the beginning of the movie.
Yes. Yeah. Which is yeah, it does like that weird wraparound ending. But yeah, I got that out of the movie. At the end, I was like, okay, this was all within a crazy man's head. And I think that's why I disliked it even more because we've talked about this before. I think endings like that are they can work, but usually they don't.
It's a
I
cop out, I feel
Yeah,
like.
and I feel like in this situation, it's completely a cop out weak ending. Just like I don't like the Wizard of Oz, like oh she was a nurse and John Hurt is also there. It's just like, and it's all in his fantasy. Just
And you were there, and you were there.
yeah, but he can't say that because he's dead. Uh,
Yeah,
but but yeah, I just cop out ending. Very just I don't know. I guess it's based off of a book. I don't know.
yeah. It's a book that would supposedly came out like 40 years before that, I believe, is what it
Okay.
said. But
Well, if that book came out, what is that? The 30s or
yeah,
30s, 40s? Yeah, that's like this is like a big deal. Like I could see that being a big deal for the time.
yeah. But I mean, like, I mean, even as evil as a character Crossley is, he's still not like he's still not like a great villain or anything. It's not like one that's
No.
like memorable or does anything like too sadistic or anything. Just so I would have liked this to be filmed in a lot more thrilling way instead of just like these really flat scenes and just flat dialogue.
Mm-hmm.
And it was a very I didn't like it at all. I was like I was pretty bored through most of it, to be quite honest with you. So
Mm-hmm.
because of that, I would not give it a recommend.
No, this is not a recommend for me. I just think it's a very dull movie. Like you said, it's just very plain performances, high concept, high weird concept. I like the idea of some random guy showing up and just causing complete hell to like people, but with a cop out ending, it isn't interesting. So no,
Oh,
do not seek this one out.
will do. We will not. So that's going to do it for this week. So, Nathan, what are we going to be talking about next time?
All right. Well, Ryan, on Tuesday, we are talking about Kill Bill, the whole bloody affair. We have nothing, whatever. It's just some
Who
throwaway
the,
movie. I don't know.
what the hell is that?
Yeah, you'll have to go to the theater and see this one. But Ryan, remind us what we are covering on Thursday.
Well, Nathan, we're going to be talking about The Machine Girl, and that is streaming on Tubi and Crunchyroll as well.
Awesome. Well, I'm excited to watch that one. And if you want to email it, oh, no, wait, nope, nope, that's you.
Well, good. I'm glad you're excited because if you have any other thoughts and opinions, you could email us over at driveandoublefeaturepodcast@gmail.com. Once again, check out the Patreon at patreon.com/driveandoublefeaturepodcast and check out our YouTube channel, youtube.com/driveandoublefeaturepodcast. But until next time.
Until next time.